Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Love Match Atlanta Season 1, Episode 2. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. And if you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. When the episode first opens up, the duo is talking about the university and what they offer, honey. Because when Joseph made his announcement, they were like, you will not play in my face. So they said, we've been working on this for the last 2 years. All the other matchmakers are over there like, what is happening? Like, what is going on, child? Baby Shay over there sipping the tea and her champagne. She is like, what is going on? Paul Joseph gonna go, I need me a drink. Yes, honey, head on down to the bar because they are tearing you up. So Ming said, I mean, are they giving away universities? Like, what is going on? No, they're not giving away universities, but they're just creating them, honey. I don't know what's happening. But baby, the girls is fighting, okay? The girls is fighting. So Kelly said, 8 years ago in the confessional that Joseph stole an idea, so today she had enough. She was like, I'm sick of you stealing from me. But this is my question. Who told him that y'all were starting Love Pro University? Because it's like you're saying he's stealing it from you, but who told him about it? So Joseph was asking why they felt the need to do that at his event. He's like, why did y'all feel the need to do that at my event? Like, okay, I have to say this. It was a bit tacky, but the people gonna choose who the people gonna choose. Okay, and me, quite frankly, after listening to you, Joseph, because at first, I was just like, nah, I'm gonna choose the duo. But after listening to you, I'm definitely going to choose the duo. And Paris, you need to pipe down, okay? Because you be speaking your speech all at the most inappropriate times, honey. You need a hush, okay? Because you were brought in because you were on the app. So please stop. Moving forward. So Shay is like, this is just like him. He's arrogant. He's unaware. She said neither him or Paris are matchmakers, yet they're going to start a certified program. Well, honey, that's what it's looking like. So Joseph said, y'all promoting yourself at an event I brought us together for? Like, what is this? Where they do that at? So Ming was like, well, maybe he's right. So she starts interjecting, and they telling her, baby, not too much. Be neutral, because you don't know the backstory. So why are you speaking? I understand their frustration, though, because when people steal your ideas, you're on the defense. So now everything they do, honey, they're under a microscope. You going through it with a fine-tooth comb because you're like, wait a minute. I was just thinking about this yesterday. Did they steal my thought? Like, And one thing about me is I resonate with the duo, honey. I don't like people to take things from me. So once he stole that initial idea, now everything he does, they looking like you probably stole that too, honey. Probably stole Paris from somebody, honey. I don't know. So Tana said, you know what? You need to stay to the left. Child, not to the left. Ming said, you know what? You're right. Baby, Ming said, my name is Paul and that's between y'all. So Joseph was like, you know what? You could have done that anywhere else, but why did you do that here? Tana said, okay, well, let's put it out there. You wouldn't be calling yourself a matchmaker if it wasn't for us. He said, what? I wouldn't be calling myself a matchmaker. I wouldn't be calling myself a matchmaker if y'all were doing y'all damn job. So baby, they going back and forth and back. So then Joseph said, okay, I appreciate y'all coming, honey, but it's time to go. Child, not kicking them out of a public place. Joseph basically was letting them know, y'all ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. Y'all gotta go. I'm kicking you out of this public place. Oh, honey. So then Miss Paris pipes up and she's like, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, y'all gotta go. And so Shay was like, wait a minute, who's Tweedledee and who's Tweedledum? Paris gonna say, y'all can pick one. Oh, see, it couldn't be me. Child, I wish she would. Quite frankly, I wouldn't want none of y'all to match me. Not none. Especially as the episode progresses, honey. Not none of y'all. Moving forward. So Paris is like, we can do this nice or we can do this unnicely. Tana said, girl, I was ready to go anyway, honey. They calling for me at the Waffle House. So Shay's still sitting down, right? So Paris is like, you can go with them. Baby, the people in Atlanta do not hesitate to throw you out of an event. I'm not going anywhere where I'm going to be escorted out. Don't ever invite me to anywhere else because one thing's for certain and two things for sure. I do not like to be embarrassed. And if you call yourself embarrassing me when I done put on my Sunday's best to come out here and sit up in this empty mixer and now I gotta go? Oh, child, please. You will never see me again. So she gets up and her and Paris start going at it. Like, they just going at it, child. So they over there acting a fool. Ming over there recruiting. Ming is like, y'all can get the fussing, but I'm about to get some clientele. So Shay comes out and she's like, y'all know what this little girl told me? This girl got in my face talking about, you don't know me. And they were like, who, girl? And she was like, Paris, the one with the cheap little pearls. So baby, the duo is cackling. Inside, Joseph is pissed. And I'm like, this is just too much. So Joseph was like, they were very disrespectful to me today. In the next scene, Joseph and Paris go to meet Jessica. She's 36 and she owns a pet spa. You know what? Isn't this the woman that was on Kevin Samuel's show? As soon as I saw her, that's immediately what I thought about. And as they continued to talk, then I was right. So she owns an upscale pet spa and she said she wasn't happy at first, but now she's ready to be matched now that she's in therapy. So Paris was like, Jessica wasn't ready because she was publicly humiliated when she called into Kevin Samuel's show seeking dating advice. So during that video, Kevin basically dragged her. Y'all know how he used to like to do, okay? I will never forget that video because it was circulating everywhere. That was a very disrespectful shell of a man, I must say. Outside of whatever happened between him and Jessica, he was very disrespectful at times. Sure, anyway, that's just a side note. So Joseph reenacts Kevin telling her that she's going to die alone. You know what? The thing about irony is, it's so ironic. Moving forward. Honey, if you know, you know. So he said he wants to prove to her that she can be matched. And she was like, you know what? So she said, you know what? The only people under the comments were black men. Those comments tore her up, y'all. You look like a meme. You're ugly. No one will ever want you. Like, they were definitely subscribing to the Kevin Samuels Academy, honey. He had an academy as well. Okay. So they were definitely subscribing to the foolishness. And she said because of the way they were talking about her, she had a disdain for black men and she didn't want to date them. She's like, I just don't want to be bothered with a black man. So Joseph is trying to speak to her to let her know that he wants her to be confident that they're going to find someone that can be matched with her. So they see she's done the work. They're excited about, working with her. So my thing is this. What would make you want to do this show? Like, I would not want any more public scrutiny. Child, I would be somewhere not hiding under a rock, honey, because you will not shame me into silence and shame me into disappearing. But I definitely would not be on any more public platforms. Absolutely not. In the next scene, Shay is at home with her super cute daughter, Ava, and her mom stops by. And they start talking about how her mom supported her during her breakup. Because, Shay said she had to go home for 6 months. And she said she really felt depressed at that time. She said she also felt defeated because she was like, I'm a matchmaker and I'm not matched. So it had her questioning herself. And during the 6 months, when she was at home with her family, it really helped her to regroup. And you know what? It be like that sometimes. Like, it really does. I had to go home after my first marriage and really pull myself up by my bootstraps. Thankfully, I didn't have a child at the time, and I was able to just get some loving, have my family love on me, and it really helped me to get back on track. Sometimes you need the love of your family when these cold relationships spit you out, child, because they will chew you up and spit you out. Honey, been there, done that, got the sun. So then she starts telling her about Ashley and how she was trying to match her and she's a sex blogger and whatnot. And I'm like, girl, I know the little 2-year-old can't understand what you're saying, honey, but please make sure she's out of the room. Moving forward. Over with Ming, she's working with her assistant and she said that she started matchmaking and then she moved on over to bridal gowns. She has both businesses under one umbrella, so they go from match to marriage. I like that, but I would have said from match to matrimony. You see how to match and match. See, it would have been cute, but I like that as well. And y'all know what? The bridal industry is a great industry to tap into because people are always going to get married. People are always going to die and people are always going to have babies. Okay. So Ming starts telling, the other assistant about the shady mixer that they went to. And she was like, girl, they was telling me to shut my mouth. And you know what I did? I shut my damn mouth. Over with the duo, they're meeting with Deidre, who is their right-hand woman, to discuss Love Pro University details. And so Tana said, when they first started, they were told not to work with black women because we aren't easily matchable. One thing the people gonna do is they're going to discredit a black woman. I swear they label black women with anything negative that they can find. I can't stand it. We're mean, we're angry, we're bitter, we're unmatchable, we're unlovable. Like, God. Can we get a break? But then, I love your resilience. I love how strong you are. I have no choice. Since birth, You've been labeling me with some bullshit. Okay, so I really have no choice but to be resilient and strong. Oh, child, this baby, look. I was about to get on my soapbox. Let me get on off, child, and continue on with this review. Moving forward. So Kelly said, listen, if you want to learn from the best, the real matchmakers, you might want to swing their way. Shorty, swing my way. That's all I could think of. Child. So once their meeting is over, Kelly is talking to Tana about how many sacrifices they made to come to Atlanta, which is what made them so mad when they were at the mixer. Because Joseph was up there and they knew that he had stolen an idea before, and then he said something that was similar to theirs now, and so it just didn't sit well with them. Child, Joseph up there playing matchmaker. But before the matchmaking, they were in sales during this time, and they had, their own relationship struggles. Kelly said she filed for divorce. Tana said her and her husband had separated during that time, and they helped each other along the way. Oh, okay. See, Shay, the duo isn't matched either, but they still charging $25,000. Child. So people wanted them to match them with other people, and they went to New York, got certified, and the matchmaking duo was born. But this is my thing. Y'all charging $25,000. That is a lot of money. What are the men being charged? Because I forgot to ask this last review. Are the men being charged anything? Because quiet as it's kept, they the ones need to be charged for being matched. I'm just saying. In the next scene, Joe and Paris set up a photo shoot for Jessica. Bum, 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 bum. It's a photo shoot. She actually looked really nice. Okay, Jessica, you look cute. With their VIP matchmaking, they want to make sure that they have the right photos for her to start with on the dating app. Child, not the VIP matchmaking idea you stole from the duo, allegedly. So they want to take her to a cigar bar to see how she interacts with men and, just see where her confidence level is. So they're going to sit back and observe her. In the next scene, Kelly and her daughters, they go to hang out, and she wants them to get acclimated to Atlanta. She said if they don't like it, then she knows it's not going to go well. So, her and her daughters are talking, and her daughter said that they actually do like Atlanta. So she's telling her that it wasn't always this way and that, they've come a long way with their mom. So Kelly starts getting emotional talking to her daughters, and she said at one point she had to get food stamps so she could, survive. So she keeps the car with her because even in the midst of that, she said, I still kept myself up. I still kept my hair done. I had my big earrings on. I was not shamed, but it was the most humbling thing that had ever happened to her. So she told us that she moved from Jersey to Charlotte with basically nothing. And then she uprooted them and moved them to Atlanta for them to have a better life. You know what? It's in those moments, though, that you remember your why. I hear people say that all the time, and my why is my son. Like, listen, y'all know I told y'all I wanted to go full-time and whatnot. But sometimes I'm just like, I just want to watch TV today. That's all. I just want to watch TV. But when I think on it, I'm like, you know what? This is what you're choosing to do, and you're doing it for him. So, girl, if you don't say, hey, girl, hey, and get into it as you get into it. I mean, sometimes you just got to remember those things. But those hard times can either make you or break you. And I thought that this scene was so sweet. Her daughters seemed really loving and supportive. And they seem like a close-knit family. And even though, they've been through some things, they still deem their mom a hero. Because, the mama's going to make it happen. One thing about a black woman, honey, that they ain't going to say is that we not going to make it happen for our children because we are. Moving forward. In the next scene, Shay is meeting up with Ashley to tell her that she reached out to Lamont, who's a gay matchmaker, to find her a match. Okay, Shay. Now, this might just be me, honey, but I'm going to just put it all out there. I know she said that bi was okay, but from the last episode, you made it seem like she would be nobody's type, because you said, in Atlanta they want the boobs in the butt. And now you're reaching out to a matchmaker to find her someone that dates men because she said that she would be open to dating a bi man. I don't know. I feel like Shay is downplaying Ashley a little bit. Like, well, ain't nobody else gonna want you, so let me call Lamont. I don't know. That's what it's giving to me, honey. So she starts running down the man that she has for Ashley. And, Ashley was excited about it, but, child, I was feeling some kind of way. And I was also side-eyeing Shay. In the next scene, Ming and the duo, they go and meet for lunch. And they said they know of Ming, but they don't know Ming. So in the confessional, Ming gonna say, they're nice looking older ladies that, they can go shopping with me because they definitely need clothes. Ma'am, I'm surveying the table and y'all are dressed about the same. Catch it. So they asked Ming what her specialty was, and baby Ming ran down the 40 different things that she does because she has jobs. Shout out to Phaedra Parks. She was like, and I'm a matchmaker and I'm an interracial matchmaker. And some people want to date this race and some people want to date that race. And I also do bridal gowns, but I'm also a chauffeur. And at nighttime, I'm like, girl, what is happening? One time at band camp, baby Ming was going on and on and on. So then they started talking about the mixer after they got through listening to her resume. So Tana goes, well, baby, Ming was not ready for the Chicago wrath. Okay, Drew. Not Chicago. Baby, people from Chicago, when they get rowdy, you gonna know they from Chicago. Y'all just be scrapping down to Chicago? Chicago, check in down below, honey. Do y'all just be fighting for no apparent reason, honey? Or are all y'all a little bit edgy? Because every time I hear a woman talk about Chicago, she ready to fight. All my life I had to fight. Child, this is a mess. She's like, well, I feel like you should have just stayed neutral. And Ming was like, I was neutral. Ming, no, you were not, honey. Baby, they were like, no, you were not neutral. You were rude. One thing I can appreciate about the duo, they gonna tell you to your face. I have not seen them back down from one set of people. I don't know if it's because they have somebody to, back them up. But baby, they gonna speak directly to you, honey. So Ming apologized. She was like, okay, I didn't know y'all's history. I'm sorry, girl. Because, Ming don't want no smoke, child. She's just trying to get them matchmaking people and put them in a wedding dress. Moving forward. So Kelly starts to explain how Joseph stole their VIP matchmaking idea and put it on his app. And so they pull up the app and there it is, child. Ming said, oh, well, VIP matchmaking is pretty common. Okay. I'm so happy you said that. It can be common, but not for a dating app. Joseph stole that idea, honey. When you on a dating app, you match yourself. He stole the integration, period, honey, allegedly. Okay, because I don't want no problems. In the next scene, Ashley meets back up with Shay to tell her about her date. And she said the date was fine. Shay says, oh, okay, well, in her confessional, she said the average straight man wouldn't be down for pole dancing. But for Ashley, she's doing all things sexual, so I thought it was great for them. Say, what now? See, this is what I'm saying about Shay. She's not just her blog, Shay. Okay? She wants a companion that is also into the kink. Okay? You can find you a man that you like that's going to tie you up with whips and chains and whatnot and have you down in a sex dungeon. Look at Candy and Todd. Anywho, she's not only interested in a sex fiend. Like, I really think Shay heard that and she took just that and created something for her to run with. And I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? Maybe I misread her, but I feel like Shay is defining her dates by Ashley's job. Child, she could have found him herself on Instagram by sliding in his DMs and whatnot. So she said, I was very worried that you wouldn't like him. And Ashley said, we can be friends, but he girled me a few times. He was like, girl and girl. So Shay was like, oh, okay, well, could you go out with him again? Shay, she just said they could be friends. I'm not paying you $5,000 to hang out with friends. This is not words with friends. Honey, she wants you to match her with a man. Okay? So Ashley said, my lady bits didn't jump when we were out, so it's a no. So Shay gonna say, well, I do give 5 introductions, so back to the drawing board. In the next scene, Joseph and Paris go to meet up with Jessica at the cigar bar. And in the confessional, Joseph was like, yeah, I just really love that Paris is so passionate about matchmaking because, before I got with Paris, matchmaking was hard. So what now? Okay. So that told me all I needed to know. Joseph hired Paris to do all the work. How you gonna say it was hard before Paris came along, but you want to start a school certifying other people? Oh, okay. Don't make no sense to y'all either. Oh, okay. So Jessica starts mingling and whatnot, and the pair was very impressed. So now they feel like that she can be matched. In the next scene, the dynamic duo go to meet up with the lovely matchmaking couple. Child, Joseph and Paris. They didn't know that Paris was gonna come. Well, listen, if you invite Joseph, you already know Paris gonna come because she's the brains of the operation and she gonna fight his battles for him, especially since it's a group of women. So Paris starts going in. So when they sat down, Joseph is like, queen, please, queen. So the lady comes over to take the order. He's like, let me get a lemonade, queen. Thank you so much, queen. Tana said, you know what? Paris might want to tell him to give her another nickname because he calls everybody queen, including himself. Child, and does. So Kelly refreshes Joseph's memory on what happened 8 years ago about this VIP service. He was like, well, I have a very good long-term memory. I'm not very good on the short-term memory. So Joseph starts a line saying, I don't remember that. Who said that? I thought your long-term or your short-term, you ain't got no memory or no morals. So Joseph starts lying, saying he told them that he's not a professional matchmaker at that time. So Kelly said, well, that's funny, because 2 weeks later, you blocked us on social media, and then you announced to everyone that you were a matchmaker. She was like, you're unscrupulous. He said, what? So of course he's denying it. Kelly's like, yes, you're unscrupulous. Here he go. What are you talking about? I ain't never heard a black person say unscrupulous in my life. Well, guess what? You might need to expand your circle and your vocabulary, okay? You probably don't remember hearing it due to your short-term or your long-term memory loss. That's probably why you don't remember anyone black saying unscrupulous. Boy, sound like a straight-up fool. So Joseph was like, they approached me for some referrals. That's what happened. So then Paris gets into it, baby, because what they say that for? She starts hurling insults their way. She's like, yeah, you're wearing bat lashes. Oh, okay. Child, not the bat lashes. She was like, y'all not about to gang up on me. Paris needs to sit quiet. Ma'am, you weren't even around, queen. So why are you piping up speaking your speech? The bottom line is Joseph is lying. He stole their idea and he added it to his app, point blank, and the period. So Tanner was like, well, can we just, have a clean slate? And he was like, yeah. So he looks at Paris. Honey, Paris is like, no, I don't want no clean slate. Ain't no clean slate, bitch. But of course, Joseph gets up and hugs all the queens, and all is well that ends well for now. But Joseph, we got our good eye on you, child. And that was the end of the episode. Joseph is a sneaky, low-down man with a suit on. Child, he can't be trusted. Joseph cannot be trusted in the slightest. Shay, I do not know why you matching Ashley the way you matching Ashley. Jessica, I don't know why you came over here after hanging out over there with Kevin Samuels, and now everybody gonna be looking at you. So do you want to be under a microscope or you don't? And Paris, pipe down. Anyway, y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Love Match Atlanta. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.